as it is the 13th of January 2025, right at the start of the year. And I said that I'm going to keep trying to blog, video stuff, and going through my plan of what I want to do for various things. So I can't remember what I put in the last blog post. But anyway, today I'm ill. I feel really, really shit. Hence the really crappy jumper and all the rest of it. Been through the calendars, and one of the things that my dyslexic disorganised head was benefited from was I worked out how to merge all the calendars and make it so one thing works all right. And also it works with intervals.icu, which seems to be the place which is revolving around all the different stuff that I'm planning to do. Over the Christmas, various people in the family were ill. I managed to dodge and swerve it, had a light touch of it over Christmas, but then today, after coming down with something yesterday, I feel really, really rubbish. I had started to work back on form and fitness. One of the things that I had into my plan was that next week I'm going to be away with work for a whole week, which means it's a disruption to what I intended to do. Also, the weather's been crap and cold, which hasn't helped my Raynaud's at all either, all been out on the road. So I put into the calendar a whole load of Audaxes, tried to work out which ones clash with what Anna's wanting to do, also trying to work out which ones are available, which ones work distance-wise, all the rest of it. I've got those number of those booked in. And then I'll do the DIYs on top, and also a couple of crazy events that I want to do as well, just as additional thoughts. Then I got to yesterday, and we're in town getting the stuff ready for going away, but my body started to feel crap and crash. Lots of aches, lots of fever, lots of headache, breathing through my mouth. I feel shit. I had got planned that I was going to do my 6 a.m. First thing this morning. Then I had a plan for tomorrow evening, recovery on Wednesday, then Thursday and Friday. I got some plans before Friday at 6 a.m. It depends on weather and fitness targets. And then I would, on Sunday, I'd be flying out to Gothenburg for the week. So that's what my plan would be. I got to a point at 2 o'clock this morning, and I felt so bad that I just cancelled the alarms. Home automation, which is supposed to wake up the shed so that it's got some pre-warm before I go up there and all the rest of it. I disabled it. I felt so bad. I have not trained this morning. it will not help my body. Tomorrow night I should be doing the long session, seeing what the weather forecast was going to be. I thought it might be a bit nice to get on the Genesis and go out, but then it was like, well, could I just do a zone 2 long burn? But at the moment I'm just thinking that if I try to do anything like that, my body will collapse, so I'm not going to. I'll see what happens at the end of the week and then assess from there. But it does mean that my training log effectively from start of the year looks good. I'm starting to come back into the year looking positive. It's going to take a pause for 2 weeks at least, before then I start to go into it. So the events that I have looked at is there's Flatlands from Essex in May. That will be up to Hull and back to Essex, 600k Audax. I'm looking forward to that one. I still want to do all the way around the outside. There's a 600 solo DIY at a certain point. I'll see if I can fit that in. There's a number of ones that I wanted to do, like Wolds. However, that will clash with something else that we've got going on, so that won't be on the cards this year. I haven't seen a date for Lincolnshire Poacher, but I'll keep an eye out because that's a nice fast 400. It's a nice one, so I could even ride up to the start and ride back at the end. And then the other ones was the my mind feels so fuzzy. Oh yeah, we've got some time away in February during half term with the kids. which is going to be up in the Yorkshire Dales, with the intention that we'll do walking and training for Anna with the Felsman and the kids. We'll see what the weather's like when it gets closer to the time, but then I will take my bike and then do the stint from the Kettlewell to our next place, and then which should be, it's only 60 miles or 120 kilometres or so, 100 kilometres or so, but there's the opportunity to extend it. And then also, because it's in the Peak District, there's plenty of nice steep climbing to do, depending on everything. At the moment, I just feel like death, so I'm not really kind of that focused on it. Other minor things, shed's working sweet. I've managed to get things like a Di2 battery, which is broken. Not that's a bad thing. I mean, it's a fraction of the price, but if I get the circuit board out of it, I can then solder on the replacement batteries, and then I can use it as a new battery in the new Swift setup when I set it up, so that I still need to replace that chain, that frame, because it's rusted through. It's knackered from last time. Other thing was that there's probably comments on Strava or Reddit and places, but I think I've had a fake, a counterfeit Shimano chain, which has been hacking me off for ages, because every time you try and fix it, there's a stiff link, and then there's a stiff link, and a stiff link, and a stiff link. And I think it was just a counterfeit once I've binned. At the moment, there's a SRAM one that was from a reputable vendor, Merlin Cycles, the dirt cheap. It's going in the shed. It's not going to get exposed to the grit and everything on the road. So, and I'm not taking it up real hills. So weight is not an issue. It's just, it needs to be low frictional work. For the cost of it, I am almost tempted to get another one, and then what I'll do is learn how to wax it, and I'll put it on and do it that way, close to the time in November. I had last week, I quite enjoyed that I did Tour de Zwift Stage 1, which was nice and explosive. Load of PBs, really good fun, felt really good. Then I even went on to do the other ones, so I did the A1, and then the next, a couple of days later, I did the B and the C, just for the fun of it, because it meant it kind of stimulated the training rather than doing the sets. Then I did Marianne Vos intervals with TDs, which I do like. That's a good one. And it helps with constructive sessions. So that's what I had planned on leaving this week in a really good position, so that when I'm away and I return in 10 days' time, or in the following weekend, everything would be still in a good position to carry on and keep building. But there you go. That's where I am. Sorry for the rambling head. It's so painful. Today I managed to feel crap, stay in bed. The electrician turned up. I got out for the electrician, and I've been up, and that's it. And I'm going to go back to bed. I feel a little bit rubbish. There you go.